Leftovers.
There we are.
We
Back
did it.
at it. Yes.
We did it. We're live. I can see us on our own Twitch dashboard. Right?
Oh, nice. It did show up?
Yeah, we're here. We're here. We seem to be streaming. We have 3 followers right off the bat. All members of my community, which I appreciate very much. Duck Fat with the follow 1 hour ago. Thank you very much. Movie Leftovers appreciates you stopping by. Spicy Chipmunk followed us 2 hours ago. Thank you very much. And yours truly, Bay Networks, of course, followed the show immediately after I created the account. So, dude, we're here. I'm stoked.
Spicy Chipmunk is a fantastic name, by the way.
Yeah, Spicy Chipmunk is one of my mods in my own private Twitch stream, and she's phenomenal. She's one of the best, and we love her dearly. So, absolutely amazing. Dude, we're here. Fuck, we made it.
I know, man.
We're live.
Finally live.
Yeah.
The show is launched. It is out there. Loving every minute of it.
It's here. Can I drop a personal beat? I'm ready for this.
Do it.
I've been saying since the 1920s we had to go live on the internet. It wasn't even invented.
Oh, I thought you were about to freestyle.
No. I would love to have a skill like that.
It would be. I would love to be able to freestyle, but no. that and being able to draw eludes me.
Yeah, same. Yeah, my brother's a good artist, but I cannot. So today,
draws conclusions.
Today we got to tell the audience why we're here. We've got a few shows that we've launched already on podcast services pretty much worldwide. But what are we doing here, man? What is the show all about? Talk to me.
Yeah, so we are Movie Leftovers.
Yeah.
This is a movie review show, but with a slight twist. Not only do we review some of our favorite movies out there on streaming, but we also then kind of give our ideas of what we would do if given the franchise. Mm-hmm. Would we make a sequel? Would we do a reboot, remake, reimagining, whatever? What would we do? It's it's the kind of stuff you talk about with your friends.
Yeah, exactly. And which brings a good point. As far as context is concerned, I've known you for 25 years. Does that sound right?
Yes. Since long before Sigourney Weaver.
Since way before Sigourney, dude. 100%. Yeah, no, I've known Dan for, I feel like I was 13 or 14 when we met. So
probably
it's been a long
that sounds
time.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, and we talk about this shit for years. Anything pop culture, anything pulp culture, like we'll just go through it. Movies has always been our thing. He's got kind of a background in production. I do it for fun, but my background is more on the tech side of life and all that stuff. So we're finally like, fuck it, let's hit the go button, dude. So we both have our own podcasts. I do some Twitch streaming. We're all over the board, but we're here today. This is our first go live episode, and today we're going to be reviewing The Mighty Ducks, 1992's very own The Mighty Ducks. Yeah. Get some Flying V going, bro.
Yeah, I was very stoked to review this film.
Yeah,
it has been a while since I've seen it. I legitimately think I have not seen it since in the theater.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, back in the day as a kid.
It's been a long time. I probably caught this definitely when it was on VHS tape.
For sure.
Probably in the mid 90s for sure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was a lot of fun watching this movie. What were your thoughts on it?
So initially, and I'll go through this, nostalgia was the big all caps word that I wrote down when I was going through this. And how I do these reviews is I normally just kind of let the pen flow, and then I'll go back and be like, I'll format it later on. So, but just the period of time when people would show up to a Pee-wee hockey tournament, like, and it's a packed house, like no one does that shit. You're not leaving your house to go to, unless you're a parent, you're not going to go to the All Valley Karate Tournament.
Yeah.
Like, in 2022, people are not going to the All Valley Karate Tournament. They're going to, like, if you pay to go see WWE, that's different, right? But the community hosted events outside of theater, I don't feel like there's that much of a presence the way that it used to be. So it kind of put me back a little bit.
I would disagree, dude.
Yeah, talk to me.
And I think that's because neither one of us have kids.
Yeah.
If you have kids, like I have nephews and a niece, and when I do go to their events, dude, it is packed.
Oh yeah, that's my caveat. Unless you're a family member or something like that, it just feels like there were people coming in off the streets to participate in this film. It felt like so, but nostalgia was a big thing. Reebok pump up shoes. Do you remember those? And like Charlie's opening scene, he's wearing those.
I was so poor I didn't have the real ones.
Yeah,
I had the British Knights version.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Remember when the Jordan 4 dropped and then Payless Shoes had like their take on it? That was like, it kind of looked this. I had those that were also hand me downs. So I'm with you there. But yeah, there's just a lot of stuff. Terrible Disney acting from the 90s is present all over this film. It's just bad acting. Like by movie consumer standards today, it's not great. Right. Question: would this movie be better if it was just Jussie Smollett getting jumped outside of a Subway sandwich shop by all the other kids from the Hawks team in MAGA hats? Just,
I wondered how long that would take for that to happen.
Just saying. We covered the early Disney terrible acting, and also I don't use cake eater nearly enough as an insult nowadays, which I think is an opportunity lost. So I need to start using cake eater a lot more.
Yes.
Yeah.
I found some trivia. Okay. Cake eater is part of the trivia.
Perfect.
So apparently that is a common reference to Minnesota. It's supposed to be making fun of people in a suburb who are so rich that they can have their cake and eat it too. So they are the cake eaters.
Got you. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we've got a lot to get to before I give you my take, but those are my early impressions. Nostalgia is a key theme. It was a fun movie to be like, oh, I remember when society actually acted like this, and people would actually use cheesy one-liners, and I don't know, the kids had a different way of speaking. I think modern times things are a lot different. They're plugged into the internet. We can consume everything all at once from anywhere with a phone, right? So
right.
The world is a little different. I really did genuinely thought it was hilarious that they filled a purse full of dog poop and hid $1 in it and waited for somebody.
Yes.
To come shit like that just does not occur these days unless you're in a small town or removed from some, it was a different period of time. Right. So for me, I thought that was kind of fun and interesting because I don't remember a lot of this film because I just haven't watched it since I was a little kid, you know?
Yeah. I just remember the big game at the end, and that's about it.
Yeah, right. 100%. Yeah. So what were your thoughts? What was your take?
Yeah, watching this movie, I kept thinking about having to explain to my nephews and niece what a mall is, because at one point they go to the mall.
Yeah, they actually rollerblade through the mall. I put that in my notes too. Like that shit, you get arrested for that nowadays.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. There was a lot of watching this movie, especially in the beginning. I kept thinking, who is this movie for? Honestly, it does not hold up. It doesn't. And in the very beginning, Gordon Bombay is so unlikable.
Oh yeah, he's a dick. He's kind of a dick at the end too.
Yeah. And then the first few, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes of the movie, what happens? He's in court because kids love courts.
Of course.
He talks about sleeping with the court reporter because kids love that as well.
Yeah.
And then he gets a DUI.
It's a little something for everybody. Kids can aspire to be Gordon Bombay. It's all just going to work out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all going to be just fine. So it's nuts, man. Yeah. So I went into IMDb to get some reactions from people, right?
That's what we do. That's what we do here.
Yes. So we have Ali S, who gave it a 5-star review and said, "This is the first sports movie I ever saw. I have such fond memories of it. It's funny, it's sad, and still continues to be one of my favorite sports films."
Is that because that's actually Ali Sheedy and she had a crush on Emilio Estevez? Or come on, Ali S, what's this all about?
Yeah, no kidding. Whereas Andrew A only gave it 1 star.
Let's go.
And he says, "I liked it as a kid. I liked hockey, but watching it as an adult, it's not really good at all. It's very
Right.
childish at times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Consider where Disney was in the 1990s. So, yeah. We had a lot of shit like that. There was the trash picking, field goal kicking Philadelphia phenomenon with Tony Danza. There was the Mighty
Oh, yeah.
Ducks. Like, they were just throwing shit up on the screen and being like, Disney.
There was Air Bud.
Yeah, Air Bud. There was all kinds of this kind of film that were cropping up in the late 80s, early 90s. So we just kind of paid the ticket fee at the box office and fucking zoned out for a couple hours. I'm sure. I mean, obviously I was a little kid, so bright lights and colors and hockey would have been fun to watch, but
for sure. And to give you an idea, the audience score, and this is after 250,000 reviews, is only 65%.
Yeah.
So it's not
great. What was
as people think?
Did you capture the budget on this? Like, how much did they spend for this thing?
Yeah, so I do have the budget. The budget was right around, I want to say, 15 million.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So they wanted a marquee film in 92.
Yeah. That's pretty big money for a movie back then.
Big time.
And it made worldwide it made just over 50 million. So it made money, which is pretty good.
50 million return on that is actually really good for the 1990s.
Yeah.
That would inspire them to make a Mighty Ducks 2 and possibly 3.
And then a Disney Plus series after that.
Yeah. Interesting. So I meant to do some...
And an NHL team and a cartoon series.
I was going to say, I meant to do some research on like the exact formation of the NHL Mighty Ducks and their relationship to this film. But correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm positive you did. The hockey team is a result of this franchise, right? Not that they modeled it after the hockey team.
Yes. So the film came out in 92.
Yeah.
The hockey team was in 93.
Yeah, and they were like an expansion team or something, yeah.
Yes, they were an expansion team in Anaheim and were originally named the Mighty Ducks as well.
Nice.
They later dropped the Mighty and are just the Ducks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Anaheim Ducks, right?
Correct.
So are they a Disney property, that NHL franchise, or just they licensed the name out? That'd be interesting to know.
It was originally founded by the Walt Disney Company, so
okay.
I imagine Disney does own them still.
That's what I thought. Well, and the mouse guess what the mouse wants, right?
You know, Mickey don't play.
Insert Marvel. Yeah.
Oh no, it looks like some people, Henry and Susan Samueli, own them now. Own the Ducks.
You'd be like, is somebody named Bob Iger?
Oh, Iger. Yeah, Iger left.
Yeah, right.
But let me give you some fun facts about this movie too.
Let's do it. Yeah,
that we didn't talk about much. So originally, the role of Charlie Conway, who was played by Joshua Jackson, you know who was up for that role originally?
In the 90s, it couldn't have been a wide list. Couldn't have been a wide list of people. Maybe Macaulay or somebody like that.
So Jake Gyllenhaal was the big name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
And then originally the role of Gordon Bombay was offered to Charlie Sheen, but he turned it down.
Well, at least they kept it in the family.
Yeah, right?
I think Charlie Sheen could have played that part a little bit better as scripted, to be honest with you. Like Emilio
Charlie Sheen's got that smarminess, so yeah.
Yeah, and obviously like long before the Tiger's Blood, like he had that smarmy quality where he could have just greaseballed his way through the lawyer piece of it and could have been a more of a believable. Yeah, I'm with you there. That's interesting. Yeah. So he was offered that, huh?
He was. You know who else was considered for the role but then deemed too old?
The role of Gordon?
Yeah.
Gordon Bombay? No idea.
Bill Murray.
Ah, okay. So Bill Murray appears in my casting recycle a little bit.
Okay.
Names that didn't make the cut. Sam Neill. Tom Hanks. This feels like a Tom Hanks movie almost.
I could see that, yeah.
Right. And then I wasn't certain about John C. Reilly's age, but I thought a John C. Reilly type of dude could have made it in my randomized recasting recycler. But I could see that. I could see that working out.
I could see that. Well, tell you what. Before we get into our recycling and what we're going to do with it, why don't we take a quick break?
Sure.
And then we'll come back and we'll talk about our plans for the Mighty Ducks.
Got to pay those bills. That sounds good, bro.
Indeed. All right, we're back.
The live audience is like, what?
Yeah,
we're still live, audience.
Welcome to a podcast, a live taping before a studio audience.
One day we'll figure out how to throw that "Be Right Back" screen up so we can actually have a walk away, but we'll figure it out.
Oh, I can make one.
We're just getting used to this Restream software.
For sure. So I went last time when we talked about the Gray Man. So why don't you go first this time?
That's true. So quick point of order for all of the folks that are listening to this. We have a small backlog catalog that's up now. You can go check out. We did some pretty good films, some pretty bad films.
Yes.
So yeah, this is just our first full-on stream. So I'm going to keep this as a film. I'm not going to make this a series. It's going to be a reshoot and a full remake, but I have cast it as though I was offered the job in 1992.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is not like present day actors, although I started a list of like what that might look like if I was to reshoot this in my own version in 2022. Okay. So the caveat is my head was in the 90s with 90s actors.
So you're staying there, right?
We're staying in the 90s. Okay.
Yeah.
Gordon Bombay is trying to put his life back together in a new small town because 5 years ago, his wife killed both of their children and is now in prison.
Oh my God.
He begins coaching Pee Wee hockey, and while reluctant at first, he slowly begins falling for Casey Conway. But where's Charlie Conway's father? And what happened to all the Ducks' previous coaches? We learn, along with Gordon, that each of them have all been found dead, and that Casey Conway is the only link to all of their deaths. Right when Gordon starts to put the pieces together, it's way too late. We learn that Casey Conway is the lifelong best friend of the imprisoned Mrs. Gordon Bombay, and they want to inflict terror and pain and suffering on Gordon for no discernible reason whatsoever. By the way, they're grooming Charlie to become the most dangerous serial killer of all time at a young age.
Of course.
I present to you the Bloody Ducklings.
So I've made this a horror movie called The Bloody Ducklings. Are you ready for the cast?
Give me the cast, baby.
Gordon Bombay, we're going Michael Rooker.
Okay.
I want Michael Rooker as a Gordon Bombay. Mrs. Bombay, I toyed with this, but I think Diane Keaton is just spazzy enough and of the right like middle age where we could slide her in there. She's going to be in prison for most of it anyway. Casey Conway, Famke Janssen. Charlie Conway, Kieran Culkin.
Oh, I like that.
So he's going to be like the little grooming psycho that just doesn't know anything. Mr. Ducksworth, I'm sliding Mr. Ducksworth in. We're going Peter Fonda. If I shot this in 1992, F. Murray Abraham. If I was to shoot this today.
Okay.
All right, but I think Peter Fonda of that era would have been it. Hans is going to be John Cleese, so we're going to move him into like a British sort of what's the word I'm looking for, accent instead of what was that guy supposed to be? He was like Dutch or Swedish, or Hans was he German?
He was
Scandinavian of some kind.
Yeah.
And we're keeping all of the other kids the exact same. Sorry, Joshua Jackson, you're the only one I recast for the kids. I want Jussie Smollett in there. I want the whole crew still
Goldberg,
in this film.
Goalie and all that.
Goldberg, everybody's the same. What was that kid's name? Eldon something, the kid with the power shot, the older kid. He's also in Daredevil. Name? He plays like Smokey in Daredevil or whatever. What's his name?
I don't know his name, man.
Wheezy or Smoke. I don't fucking know. He's a great actor though, so we're keeping him in there. Bloody Ducklings, full remake, horror film. Cast as though I shot this in the 1990s.
That's not really a remake. That's a reimagining.
Reimagined. Full remake, reshoot is what I wrote down. So we reimagined the whole thing. Yeah.
Okay. I like it. You know, the horror aspect. I like horror films. Yeah.
See, and I don't. And that's the thing. Like, I was grasping at straws because I'm like, I don't watch horror movies of any kind, but I'm like, what if we make everyone a serial killer? Clearly, Disney's not producing my version of the film, but
no.
You know,
But maybe Hulu.
Yeah, maybe Hulu, right?
Yeah.
1990s Hulu.
Yeah, there you go. So I went with the complete remake.
Okay.
Just to, more in the vein of what it was, but I did change some things.
Okay.
So in my version, Gordon Bombay is not a lawyer. He is the younger son of a former NHL player, and his older brother is currently an NHL player.
Oh, I
Both
like
those
this.
guys are, they are stars. And Gordon is not much of an athlete. He never has been, but he's always been extremely intelligent. He currently owns a small chain of businesses in the Southwest, but he returns home to help his father, who is failing in health, right? The dad's slowly dying.
Gotcha.
The dad has been running a Pee Wee hockey league, but it's a small town and most of the people have left the area because of lack of work. So to cheer up his dad, Gordon reluctantly decides to coach one of the teams, kind of hoping to lift the spirits of his dad and since he's there, right? From there, a lot of the stuff kind of remains the same, and he doesn't, he learns to enjoy hockey. It's always been this thing that like he's never felt that he could have, but through coaching the kids, he realizes that his strength is in coaching and supporting. And he's always felt like a disappointment, but now he feels like, oh no, I'm not. It's just, he's always been, self-deprecating.
So this is like a hard character development type of film with this guy. We're watching him change the fabric of his outlook on himself, more or less.
Yeah, and it's not like his dad was a jerk or anything like that. It's how he processed his own internal issues.
Gotcha.
Which I think that's resonates for kids because kids don't know how to express themselves as well.
I agree.
Especially at that age. So I think that'll help them.
Anybody in chat have anything to think about this take? You guys can communicate with us. Let us know. All right.
Yeah, for sure. So Gordon's team, wins the big game at the end. Everything is cool. And then our sequel tease is Gordon's brother shows up after the during the big game.
Yeah.
Apparently his brother had been injured, a couple days before or something like that.
Like during a game or something?
Yeah, during a game, something, whatever. He's injured. And he's like, I'm going to be out of the league for a while. Maybe I'll coach a team next season. So that's your sequel tease. Now it's going to be brother versus brother.
Oh, I like this. So there's no like horrible double murder, homicide, or imprisonment, or no Famke Janssen.
Well, that's for the sequel,
killer.
Right?
Okay, great.
Find out the brother's a killer.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, we're basically the Coen brothers writing this, just saying.
Right.
Yeah.
The Murderous Ducks is my film. Yeah. So I didn't cast any of the kids because honestly, I don't know any kid actors, and what am I going to do? For Gordon Bombay, I wanted to go a little bit different. So, but I still wanted to keep it Latino.
There you go.
So,
Orale.
So I went with Michael Pena.
Nice. I actually like that. I like that.
Yeah. He's a funny dude. He's good,
Well, and he also plays the highly intelligent, but maybe not as superstar athletic type of person that you want in that role, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. For the dad,
Edward James
older,
Olmos.
Someone,
Edward James Olmos. Edward James Olmos. Is that really?
Sure. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like Edward James Olmos. Edward James Olmos. No, he's kicking, right?
Is he?
Like he just did fucking what was it, Battlestar not too long ago, and then he was in that movie where he plays, or no, he's in the Mayans right now. He plays the dad in the Mayans. Yeah. I love that guy.
At all, so.
That's fucking great. I'm glad I nailed that one. I was like Edward James Olmos.
Oh, for sure. And then for the brother, the brother that's in the NHL, Gabriel Luna.
I like that. That's sick.
Yeah.
Any love interests in this film?
Huh?
Any love interests in this film? Is there a Casey Conway you've cast or anybody like that?
No, I didn't cast anyone like that.
Okay.
I mean, we could. But
you're like, insert Jennifer Love Hewitt here, here, and here, and we'll be good to go.
100%. More Jennifer Love Hewitt all the time, baby.
Right. That's just how we roll here at Movie Leftovers. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely like your version. I think that's nice. I think you've led. So your idea for this is you're franchising this out, right? We're going to have a couple of films going on. You're going to have Mighty Ducks 2 and yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Once Michael Pena has helped the kids in the first film, then he's going to take on Gabriel Luna in the second film. So
yeah. And then in the third film, he'll be just some FBI agent working alongside Mark Wahlberg in a weird sniper movie.
Well, it's either that or they go to space. Mighty Ducks in Space.
Did we have Mighty Ducks in Space? I'm sure we could write that.
We had the cartoon, which was kind of like that, but this will be.
I never saw the cartoon.
Space. Huh?
I never saw the cartoon.
There was a cartoon with actual duck people. Yeah.
All right. Well, now I've got some light reading and watching to do.
It's on Disney Plus, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all sorts of terrible.
So what did
they
they
made
do?
Action figures and the whole deal.
What did they do with the Disney Plus series? That's like, as soon as I went to Disney Plus to find the Mighty Ducks to watch it for this show, I saw that there was a series. Didn't hear any press on it. Didn't know it existed. Don't know who's in it.
There was a strong push for it in the beginning, but it was a lot of like Disney Channel episodes and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Emilio is back for the first season.
Oh,
last
wow.
I read, he is not returning for the second season.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, is he playing Gordon?
But they got a lot of the same actors that were kids. They're back.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
So he's reprising. He's playing Gordon Ball.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, now I got to watch an episode or two just to see what that shit's all about.
Yeah, go for it, man. I have not seen it yet, but
probably can't be a shit.
Oh, for sure. For sure. It's a total kid show, and that's cool.
Oh man. So yeah, anybody watching along as we do these live sessions, this is our first one, so we're pretty hyped on it. Feel free to just blurt out what you would do. Pretty soon we'll have a Discord. I haven't finished the framework yet, but we want to hear maybe what you would do with the plots and some scene twists and things like that. And you could drop your micro script off as well. Because
who would you have Gordon Bombay murder in your film?
Yeah, who is Charlie Conway a serial killer? Yeah, we're also going to launch where we talk about the next film that we're going to do, so that way y'all can prepare for it. Because I think we're going to try and, at least for now, make this a Thursday afternoon thing, and we might slide the days around, but we'll get that figured out. So we've done we did some recent high budget stuff. We did some really shitty low budget stuff. These are all in audio format. Go check those out. Movie Leftovers podcast, anywhere you find a podcast. But
they're also on our YouTube channel. All the videos are posted too.
I saw that this morning. Yeah, thank you for the reminder. Yeah. So you could check on those too. And then also, we're gonna. What did we decide? Young Guns, right? We're gonna do slide into a Western. That's our next one.
We're going Western, baby.
Nice. I can't wait to do this because I haven't dug that deeply into that genre to begin with, but the ones that I do remember are from that era, right? Like I kind of partially went through 310 to Yuma and There Will Be Blood and stuff like that. But Young Guns 2, what was that one with Val Kilmer as Doc Holliday and the real big one? Tombstone. Yeah. So like this will be fun. This will be really fun to go back in time a little bit and check into that genre. Yeah. Wild Wild West came out and I was just like, I don't like this type of movie at all.
That was a rough one, buddy. That was a rough one.
It was a rough one, and it had a good cast too. That's the shitty part.
Yeah, Young Guns is stacked.
Young Guns is fucking stacked.
You got Emilio, you got Kiefer Sutherland, you've got
was it River Phoenix?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's his name? Dude from La Bamba.
That's what I'm thinking of, like Lou Diamond or yeah.
Lou Diamond Phillips is in it. Yeah, there's a ton of people. So we'll be reviewing that next week. So if you guys want to watch along with us and then give your interpretation of what you would do next with the franchise.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so Charlie's in it. Charlie Sheen, Terrence Stamp, Jack Palance, Emilio Estevez, Kiefer, John Fusco. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's got some hitters, dude. So I'm looking forward to that. So this is our short run at Mighty Ducks. I had a lot of fun. You guys also let us know which script you like more. And then we're going to keep a running tally. I don't know when we're going to check in, but whoever's leading by the end of a certain period of time, we'll have to have some sort of segment or release, or I'll buy you a soda if I lose or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Come be part of the show.
Thanks everybody for listening to the show and watching.
Heck yeah.
And we'll see you next week.
Sounds good, man. Have a good one.